God Shiva. Shiva or Mahadev is one of the most important deities. In the Hindu Sanatan culture, when we say Shiva we are referring to auspiciousness and wealth. He is a god among the great Hindu trinity. Alongside Vishnu and Brahma, he is also called Mahadev, the god of gods. Shiva is the most powerful and mystical deity in Hinduism. Every culture, every civilization, every person needs some form symbolism to inspire them. Beyond religion, allow me to share my humble insights on the symbolism of what Shiva stands for, and what we can learn and apply in our lives. Name: Shiva stands for the auspicious one, and has numerous other names such as Shankar, Mahadev, Mahesh, Rudra, Nataraj, Bholanath. Each name is a facet of his personality and the positive qualities which he embodies. Likewise, being aware of our different facets and positive qualities is what drives credibility of character. The first yogi. Shiva is known as Adiyogi, which means the first yogi. Shiva was the first to adopt yoga and meditation as a way of life. As Adiyogi, he showed the way to live in harmony with nature. He also adopted the life of an ascetic and deeply explored the science of consciousness. Destroyer of darkness. Shiva is also known as the destroyer or transformer. The deeper symbolism is that we can overcome our inner demons and embrace the shadow within through self-awareness, self-awakening and self-control. By working on ourselves, we can transform the darkness into light both within and around us. Core values. Shiva exemplifies positive values of courage, detachment, equality, honesty, humility, innocence, justice, respect, and self-control. This represents the values every human being can aspire to live by. Balance of energies. The essence of Shiva is Shakti, which means power. The deeper meaning is that we all have an equal balance of masculine and feminine energies within us. When we honor both the masculine and the feminine within and around us, we become truly powerful and impactful. Third eye. Shiva has a third eye on the forehead. While this represents the pineal gland, the deeper meaning is the awakening of consciousness. Opening the third eye allows us to access higher levels of wisdom and consciousness. Opening the third eye also means embarking on a spiritual journey of enlightenment. Snake around the neck. The snake represents the ego. When we master our ego, it becomes like an ornament which we wear, a prized asset which defines who we are. When left untamed, like a snake, the ego can bite and harm us. Also, the snake is coiled 3 times around the neck of Shiva. This represents the 3 forms of time: past, present, and future that we transition through. Trident. Also known as the Trishul, the trident is the weapon of Shiva. This spear has 3 prongs which represent 3 powers, as well as 3 states. The 3 powers are will, knowledge, and action. These powers, when aligned, help us achieve our goals. The 3 states are actually states of consciousness: waking, dreaming, and sleeping, which we experience as human beings. Moon crescent. The moon on Shiva's locks of hair represents a mind which is at peace. It depicts that when our mind is calm and clear like the moon, we are able to achieve inner peace, self-discipline, and great achievements. In essence, it stands for being the master of one's own mind. Ganges. The Ganges, or Ganga, river flows from Shiva's head. Ganga represents a river of purity, as well as the river which brings life. The deeper symbolism is that of flow of energy, flow of knowledge, flow of purity. It means we can access flow in our everyday life, like a river flows with changes, with time, and with energy. Drum. The drum attached to the trident is called Damru. It represents the cosmic sound energy, the power of words and mantras which create impact around us through beats, rhythm, and vibes. Sound is energy in waves. The deeper meaning is how we can raise our inner vibrations, much like sound waves. Mantra. Shiva has a powerful mantra which people recite: Om Namah Shivaya. Om being the first vibration of the universe, Nama means to bow. This mantra is a passage to know and understand ourselves, to dedicate time to our inner self and our deepest nature. The deeper meaning of this mantra is simply, I bow to my inner self. Ashes on the body. As an ascetic, Shiva's body is smeared with ashes. It symbolizes the ultimate truth that death is a reality which we will all experience. The ashes reminds us to stay grounded and humble while accepting the cycle of life and death. Tiger skin. Shiva wears only a tiger skin as clothes. It symbolizes courage as well as detachment from material things. The deeper meaning is about one's inner power, the tiger being a metaphor for inner strength, power, and resilience. Beads, also known as Rudraksha, which Shiva wears around his hands and neck like a rosary, made from dried seeds. These are sacred beads which stand for purity and concentration. It symbolizes how we can sanctify the mind through meditative practices. In my view, Shiva symbolizes a mystic who has mastered himself, has nothing to prove, and is able to direct energy with intention. In essence, Shiva was the first yogi who conquered his mind, balanced his energies, and accessed authentic power. According to mythology, Shiva's wife was Parvati, often incarnated as Kali and Durga. She was in fact a reincarnation of Sati, the daughter of the god Daksha. Daksha did not approve of Sati's marriage to Shiva and even went further and held a special sacrificial ceremony to all the gods except Shiva. Shiva is known to have two sons, the lovable elephant-headed god Ganesha, the destroyer of obstacles, and Lord Kartikeya, the god of war. Shiva is the god of yoga, and for that reason he is also known as the Adiyogi. Adiyogi headed south with his 7 disciples, the Saptarishis. He started searching for the system of life, which today we call yoga. Yoga is a set of philosophical, religious, and psychophysical practices, whose aim is to transcend the limitations of the body and consciousness. Shiva is one of the key gods of Hinduism. In India there is a religious sect where Shiva is regarded as the supreme god. This tradition is known as Shivaism, which has a major influence in modern Hinduism, currently practiced in India, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. Shiva is a highly complex god, and he participates in countless stories. This video only wants to make a small presentation of this god, who is extremely important to the Hindu religion.